Watching news at Prime, let's bring you now one of our leading stories, and this is the investigation that's underway to determine the cause of the crash between a scholar transport vehicle and a truck this morning. The death toll from that particular horrific crash this morning in Vanderbijlpark now stands at 14. A number of pupils remaining in hospital, with some said to be in a critical condition. Let's get the latest now on those who are injured, and we can speak to the Gauteng Health MEC, Nomantu Nkomo-Ralehoko. MEC, good evening to you. Thank you very much for your time. We understand there is a 14th person that has since died. This was confirmed to us by your colleague, the MEC in Education, earlier. Can you talk to us about whether that person is, again, one of the pupils that were critically injured, and what is the situation for those who remain in hospital? How critical are their injuries?
They are critical, but stable, and they are still in hospital indeed. And it's a sad situation that we had to lose another one now, another life of that young person that was in the hospital. But the doctors are still trying to save those that are in the hospital.
So it is a learner who has succumbed to their injuries?
Yes, it is a learner indeed, yeah.
Sure. MEC, I wonder whether you were able to go to the scene of the accident. You'll forgive me. I only noticed MEC of Education. And
yeah, you're correct. The MEC for Education was in the scene and then joined by the Premier. I went straight to the hospital on my side to make sure that I wait for them and those that were in the hospital, because the ambulances were bringing them to me. Then we had to take others to Kopanong Hospital 1, and then assistant driver to Kopanong Hospital, then 4 learners and the fifth one driver that was there. So there were 5 with the driver that were with us, and they were busy, then had to manage everything that side, including the forensic pathology. Remember, when those ones that were identified, they had to come to me, and the CEO was with myself. And then when they were doing those identification, yes.
Yeah. The condition of the driver, how would you describe it? Has he been able to explain what happened, if he is able to speak?
No, not yet. He's not able to speak at the moment, both of them, the driver and the assistant driver. So nothing has been said to them because of the condition. And the way the doctors were busy at that time when I was with them, treating them when I went to check them on the other side of the hospital, because they were not in the same room where the kids were.
Oh, let me see. I really am reluctant to go into detail about the extent of the injuries. But MEC, one of the critical things here for society to understand and learn from incidents like these is this is what happens when there is possible reckless behavior. What would your message be to people, particularly those that transport scholars to and from school?
I think with those that are transporting, especially those vulnerable little ones, they must try to drive carefully on the roads, and because they know that they are carrying those precious things, that we all love them. That is why we're all devastated. Because when I saw those kids, well, you just take everything and take it to yourself. You become part of those kids and you become part of those families. When I saw their parents in the hospital, the condition that they were at, although we're busy with the counseling for them, it was very bad. I'm telling you, to see the little face, the little things lying down there, it's very painful. You know, and as a mother, I remember my son was involved in a car accident, my firstborn. So I remember the condition that I was at when he was in hospital. So I take that now. It takes me back to where I come from. And I always say to people, you don't want to see a parent losing a child, a parent bearing his or her own child. That's not something that we want. So that's why everybody on the road must be really careful, because we end up like this because of the people that had to be reckless on the road. But I think the MEC for roads and transport will definitely talk to them. And I remember there was a meeting that recently that he was talking about them checking those cars on the road, especially instilling some of the behavior to some of the drivers that are on the road.
Yeah.
So I think it's something that we'll do all of us together, working with her, sending out the message to the citizens about this behavior of the people. When they get behind the steering wheel, they forget that there are so many people that they must take care of.
Yeah. For those that have lost their children, MEC, the process of identifying their little ones, that remains your domain. What kind of services are going to be on hand for those parents? And when is that process going to begin? Because that is probably one of the worst things that you have to deal with.
Already 9 were identified this afternoon when I left to the hospital. I'm going to get a report now to the team because we've activated our command center. So I will be communicating with them. They will be briefing me about the situation. Then now, if they've all of them, now they've finalized the issues of identification. But then they will do the DNA test. We're going to speed up the process so that we don't delay the families, those that will want to bury. Starting from tomorrow, they will be doing all the necessary processes, working very closely with the families. Then we will definitely forward the process to yourselves so that you are aware, and then you are able to, from time to time, brief the citizens so that they are aware of the processes.
MEC, I want to thank you very much on this score. A tragic situation indeed, and really your services are going to be desperately needed by those parents. Can I take the opportunity of you being the Deputy Chairperson of the African National Congress in Gauteng province and ask you the question about the mayor of Ekurhuleni possibly being a person of interest in murder investigations? Surely this cannot be a good look for your party so close to an election.
Well, I'm just hearing this from you now, and I can see it's written on the screen. I am not aware of that, and let me not comment now. We're in the office bearers meeting as we speak with as the officials of the province. I will definitely indicate this because I don't think they're even aware, even themselves, about what I see now that is flighted in front of me. I'm just shocked, but can I not comment? Please, God.
All right, MEC, I'm going to allow you to familiarize yourself with the story, but thank you very much for joining us tonight. The MEC of Health in Gauteng, Nomantu Nkomo-Ralehoko. All right.